Hello everyone, this is Nocturne and welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play. So some things have definitely happened since we last saw each other. I have done quite a bit of exploring, many hours of exploring, many more than I wanted to do, but I did finally find the two biomes I was looking for, and a whole bunch of other interesting things, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys some of the really interesting things that I found. Spent some time working on getting some more food, spent some time working on the house, and spent some time resource gathering. So first off, let me show you what's left of the old cave base. Probably the last time we'll be living in a cave for probably a long time. As you'll note, everything is gone. I do have a crafting bench here because I did die a number of times and lost my first minium stone, so unfortunately I did need this to make the new one. There they are. 3 cows. I figured, you know what, Mom and Dad cow need a little baby cow, and now he's all grown up. Anyway, let me go and take you up to the house, and I've done a bit of work. The house is finished as far as our needs for the moment, and I finally got some chests up there and did a little bit of organizing. And I've even done a little bit of, I guess you could call it rough drafting of where I want things to go, and give ourselves a nice sign. So here's what we got so far. Got all the glass in. I think it looks pretty good. Got my bed over here. I'm thinking it's going to be temporary position. I'm not crazy about where it is. Might build something else for it, but got our basic supplies. Got tools, mob drops, miscellaneous crap, and some Noc'Craft stuff that will get its own box eventually, but I only had so many resources and didn't want to spend them all making chests, so that's why you see iron chests and copper chests. And just to give you a bit of a look, single wood chest, 3 rows, as usual. Copper chest, 5 rows. Great upgrade. And with the amount of copper on this server, an easy to make upgrade. Miscellaneous mod items, things that will be getting their own chest eventually. Ores, like I said, been doing quite a bit of resource gathering and definitely tons of copper. Ingots, dusts, gems, and other rare resources. I did finally find 2 diamonds, but I didn't find them in the ground. I found them from some of the exploring I did, and those 2 came from, I believe, a abandoned mine shaft chest, which is kind of cool. But we'll definitely be needing more diamonds as we go forward. Coal and flint, building and decorative blocks, miscellaneous supplies that will be useful eventually, food, plants, trees, and wood. Going to be breaking out the wood stuff into its own chest eventually. Miscellaneous building blocks and other ores and stuff that I don't really have any use for yet. And TBD, as it says. And over here is where we're eventually going to be putting in our line of machines. This will be the beginnings of our infrastructure. You can see I've already moved our iron furnaces right here. We're going to be doing some really cool stuff. These 4 are going to be their own thing, the macerators that I mentioned last episode. Over here, these 4 are going to be some furnaces, some special furnaces. And then these 2 sets of 2 are going to be a pair of machines that we'll be getting to eventually, and that maybe even this episode if we've got the resources and the time to cover it today. So I think that more or less covers the changes I've done since you guys were gone. And I guess the only other thing is I did map out a little something I'm going to do here. Some of you might be able to guess what it is. If I let you in on a little bit of a hint, it's going to be for power generation. And we'll be getting to that eventually as well. I know I said we'll be going with a coal generator, and we will initially until I can get this set up. And then hopefully we'll convert to this, and maybe some solar panels too, which I think will be a lot of fun. And so, as you can see on the mini-map, I have quite a few points of interest that I found in my journeys, and I think I'd like to start showing you guys a few of them. First off, the desert. The very first one I found, I think I ended up going off that way for a while, due south. And it took me quite a while. I traveled out, I think, past 1,000 on the, I don't know, what is this? The Z, yeah, the Z axis. Took way too long to find, but it was nice, and there's some really cool stuff over there that I will be showing you in due time. But first, I wanted to kind of walk over this way and show you that moment when I kind of just did a face palm and was like, wow, wish I'd gone this way first. And don't worry, this is going to be the only one I'm going to be walking to without doing any sort of fancy editing. But this one was just so ridiculously close, I figured I just had to show you guys. And while we are swimming and walking and whatnot, and complaining about how much we hate marsh biomes, because there's way too much swimming involved, I did remember after I stopped recording last episode that I actually forgot a, what do we call them? A starting tier, a starting branch for getting your tech going. And that would be Greg Tech. Greg Tech is considered, I guess, sort of the hardcore version of all the machines. It's technically an add-on to IC2, Industrial Craft, but it pretty much makes everything harder. The guy behind the mod, Gregorius, Greg, if you will, because it's, Greg Tech, decided that Industrial Craft was way too easy and things needed to be a lot harder. Here we take a look. See what I mean? I wish we had gone this way when we first set out exploring, so tons and tons of sand, not going to be a problem in the future. Anyway, Greg decided IC2 was too easy and made everything super hard, and as he got further along, he eventually decided that, you know what? I think I'm going to make the other mods hard too, because, you know what? If you don't use my stuff, well, then you're just making the game easy again, so I'm going to start changing the crafting recipes for everyone else's stuff. And that was about where I drew the line and said, no, you want your stuff to be difficult? Awesome. But I think I'd like it if you left the other mods' recipes alone. They've done their own balancing, and I think I kind of like them the way they are. And so for this server, while we do have Greg Tech installed, I did take the time to undo all of Greg's meddling. So we are not on, like, Mindcrack, the hardcore Greg Tech mode. And I don't even know what I just picked up. Looked like zombie flesh. Oh, ink sacs, even better. We will definitely be in need of those in the future, again, for Mistcraft, like some of the other things I've mentioned needing in the future. Anyway, that was the first thing I wanted to point out from our explorations. The next one was, the next few actually, are down in the caves when I was getting the resources and just kind of exploring around off screen. And we'll go ahead and head down that way. And as much as I would like to cut here and just join you down at the next area, I love this song too much to cut it out of the episode, so I hope you guys like this song too, because we're going to be enjoying it together. So, as you guys can see, spent a bit of time here in the ravine cleaning things up. Well, not so much cleaning them up, but lighting them up and making it a safer place to be, and scavenging all the decent resources. You'll notice I left lots of the Zycraft ores, the Zycorium, in place. And they'll probably stay on the wall for a while until we get into that particular mod, or the next update comes out that adds more machines and more of his version of a beginning tech tree. So, lots of exploring, lots of mining, lots of excellent resources. I was wandering through here doing all that and started hearing zombies in the wall, and as most Minecrafters will do, they'll try and find them, dig to them, and see what's up with them. And as soon as I poked through somewhere, I found another ravine. And along with that ravine, there was this really nice abandoned mine shaft that I mentioned earlier. And I think now that the song is wrapping up, I'm going to take the opportunity to go ahead and cut here and join you guys at some of the discoveries I had. You should be able to see them on the mini-map. They're not too far away, but I figure let's save a little time and just jump right to it. So, see you in a sec. Okay, guys, sorry. On second thought, I just remembered there was something I wanted to take with me before we started going and exploring these interesting finds of mine. I went ahead and turned the dots back on so we can find them a little more easily. I did mention to you guys about the flax farm and how there are some really great uses for string now. I wanted to go ahead and make one of those amazing things for us right now. This is from Red Power 2, and it is called the canvas bag. Pretty simple crafting recipe. We just need to get ourselves some canvas, so this is what I grabbed the string for. Hopefully I've got enough to do this. I should. If not, I've got plenty of wood. So let's see. I'm going to go with 8, and then just surround it with some string. Gets us our rolls of canvas. And then we take our canvas, and like you saw just a second ago, place it in a circle, or I guess a square, and bam, you get yourself one canvas bag. Now, what's so great about a canvas bag? Let me show you. Note my inventory here. The typical small chest, 9x3, 27 slot. If we go ahead and take the canvas bag in our hand and right click, oh, look at that. A second 9x3 inventory. Now that is handy. Okay, that was the only thing I really wanted to show you guys. We are going to be needing this because I'm probably going to be needing the extra inventory. So now for real, I'm going to go ahead and take us back to the area I wanted to show us. And so, once again, I will see you guys in just a second. Okay, guys, we are coming up on the very first interesting discovery. Maybe not too terribly interesting from a modded perspective, but from a vanilla's perspective, very cool. We have our first zombie dungeon. And I was going to loot these chests when I found them, but I decided I'd go ahead and A, save that for when we're on screen, because you guys probably were interested in what I found. And B, I was out of inventory room, so couldn't take the loot if I wanted it. But I will be leaving the gravel. That's kind of crap. So, some pretty cool stuff. Not crazy amounts of cool loot, but good stuff nonetheless. And we've got this guy marked, so maybe we'll come back and do something with this guy in the future. One thing that's great about having all these mods installed is if I want to build any sort of grinder with this guy, I don't have to build it here. And I'll just kind of leave you guys waiting in confusion and mystery until we reveal what exactly I mean by that. But since we're right here next to it, found a cave spider spawner as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and check the other places out real quick, and we'll see you guys over there. Okay, and here we are at the next point of interest. Another zombie dungeon with a little bit more loot, this time with some enchanted books. Fire protection 2. Saddle, bucket, wheat, gunpowder, and some iron. And as you guys can see, we are already running out of space, which is exactly why I said we're going to need some extra storage for all this loot. So let's just go ahead and dump some of this junk in here. Well, I guess it's not all junk. Grab up the chest real quick. Thanks, Ninja. Unless you're right here. And in chest number 2, flame 1. And some more resources, which are always nice to have. Grab up that chest and drop some of the goodies back in here. And unfortunately, you can't actually manipulate the canvas bag when you've got it open. I believe it was LRM's way of preventing you of putting the bag in the bag and having some sort of crazy bagception. So, moving on, there is another dot really nearby, although it's above us. So give me a few more minutes and I will show you guys what's up there. Alright, and here we are coming up on point number 3, or I guess 4 you could call it. A spider dungeon. I can't believe I found so many dungeons in such a short amount of time, in such close proximity to where we decided to set up. It's actually pretty nice. And in here we've got yet another saddle, a helmet, some redstone, and other miscellaneous stuff that will be useful in due time. Although maybe not so much the saddle. I know you could make pig elevators, but not really much for making those. Found a steel sword in the other chest. Yes, pig elevators. What magic is this? And a few other cool things here. Pig nice. So we'll just go ahead and grab this stuff up and sort some of the extra loot in our, I guess we can call it a loot bag. And actually, I'll hold on to that since I might need it soon. Excellent. Oh, Avi. Alright, well, that is, I think, it for the dungeons that I found and the interesting things I found while caving. So the rest of the stuff is going to be overworld, as in, not underground. And I will be showing you that, guys, some of those things in turn. But first, I'm going to go ahead and stop back at the house and drop off the goodies we just got, right after I kill Interrupting Creeper, who only dropped a minium shard. Darn. Okay. I will see you guys once we are ready to set off again. Okay, everybody. I am back. Stuff is dropped off. Got a little organized, and we are ready to set out to our next destination. The yellow one in the distance. And on our way there, I did want to kind of show this off real quick. A Noc'Craft spawn. Now, remember I mentioned to you that the Silverwood and Greatwood trees are kind of rare spawns on the world map? They spawn so close together, their leaves are mixed up with one another. How awesome is that? Alright, well, from here on out, I'm just gonna shut up for a little bit and let you guys relax to some soothing tunes. I believe I'm going to go with Eric McClure this time, who some of you from the past LP may recognize this song. It's a good walking song. No, we're not going to rickroll the people. Alright guys, here we are, coming up on our next discovery. As you guys can see, this is a pretty massive desert. This is actually the first one I found, the piece we came across over there, across the little piece of, I guess, ocean, or giant river. And I just kind of wandered about and wanted to see where things could take me, because I was hoping against hope, you could say, that on the other side of this desert, somewhere on the other side, yeah, other side, what other side, that there would be the swamp that I was looking for. Did not find one, as you can see on the mini-map, but I did manage to spend the night here and protect these idiots from getting killed. I think I only lost one in the end, and looted most things. Now this is a pretty cool looking thing. This is more world gen, and by world gen I mean things added to the world at generation time by the mods. This is... oh... if I had a Silk Touch item, I would pick it up and show you. But if you break these without Silk Touch, you just get some Quicksilver. Oh no, sorry, these are the fire ones. You get Blaze Powder, that's right. The name escapes me at the moment, but I will think of it later. Oh, good, yeah, I actually left some cool stuff here I forgot. That's the one, thank you Ninja, Cinder Pearls. Yeah, these are added by Noc'Craft at World Gen. Cinder Pearl Flowers. They drop Blaze Dust. There are also the other ones. Again, the name escapes me. They generate around Silverwood trees usually, and they drop the Quicksilver if you don't have Silk Touch. So this is a really cool village. I didn't find any very useful villagers. I did find a Noc'Craft Tower. Another cool addition from Noc'Craft to the World Gen. Unfortunately, or maybe it was not this village. One second as we wander about. Pretty sure it was this one. If it wasn't, I probably won't be showing us that particular village. Could have sworn it was this one. This is the priest's house. Library. Ah, yeah, here it is. The Noc'Craft villager's house you can recognize by the chiseled sandstone and the fact that it doesn't go all the way back like the priest's house. The funny thing about this one, though, is apparently World Gen did not treat it very kindly and cut off the back wall completely. So I'm not entirely sure where the Noc'Craft guy went off to. He was not here when I found the place, and I did get here before sunrise, so I know that it couldn't have been a zombie that got him. Emeralds for glowstone, wheat for emeralds. Cool. And one cool thing about these Noc'Craft towers is that they come with a loot chest. I already looted this one. I think it had a couple knowledge fragments and a piece of thaumium, which is why it was over in that other chest. I just dropped all the stuff over there that I was going to be coming back for. These things are really kind of cool, especially considering that this is all part of a mod. Now, I'm sure you guys are kind of curious about what's going on over there. That's Vanilla World Gen, which I assume everybody knows about. But for me, it's actually the very first one I have ever found. Well, ever. Multiplayer, single player, vanilla, modded. That is the very first desert temple I've ever come across. And so I wanted to save that for you guys to explore on camera. And as it's getting dark... Hey, is that a jungle? I guess I didn't wander far enough. It's too bad we don't need a jungle. Yep. You can recognize the Noc'Craft villager, which is who I'm actually looking for while I'm still wandering about the village, by the fact that he is in purple robes and has, I believe, TC written on the back of his shirt. That is a terrible trade. 3 emeralds for a pair of shears. Yes, I will trade you 3 emeralds for 2 iron ingots. Your deal is amazing. And I never actually went in here, because he was... Ooh, now that's an even better find. I didn't even bother to come in here, because it looks so unassuming. This, guys, is a World Gen house added by Mistcraft. And this, I believe, is the Mistcraft Villager, the Mistcraft Librarian. And as I mentioned a couple episodes back, a great place to come across Mistcraft pages. And this guy is selling the glowstone crystals page. Oh, heck yeah. And another cool thing about this guy, he's got a writing desk all ready to go, so you can loot that, which is awesome. And sometimes, and in this case we've gotten very lucky, either or both of these, or even sometimes neither, have pages already in them. Ice Plains biome, Glacier biome, nice. And I think, I'm not certain, but sometimes, dude, don't, I know they're your books, I'm sorry. I needed to check. Sometimes I think there is a chest that spawns right there with extra goodies and pages in them. Well, that's awesome. I did not expect to find a Mistcraft villager in this one. What do you think, Ninja? Is that kind of a cool find? Don't forget your push to talk key. Well, we will come back for all these goodies. I didn't pick anything up. No, okay, good. We will come back for these goodies after we go check out this temple over here. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever been to one. I've seen plenty of them in other people's LPs, so I kind of know what to expect. So that kind of part is slightly spoiled for me. I hear spiders. So I do know about the traps. Oh, you were inside. How cute. And I do know where all kind of the layout of the place. But I will say what's really kind of cool is this is the very first one I've seen anywhere in any LP that's not completely buried by the desert. So this is really a cool find in all kinds of ways for me. All kinds of firsts. I love it. And we get probably my favorite song from C418 of the whole Minecraft soundtrack. This one's just so perfectly peaceful and wonderfully suited for nighttime. Just gonna light up the area a little bit. Don't want to get jumped as we're exploring this thing at night. Plus, lighting up the area near the village is a good thing, considering you guys probably saw a few of the, I guess less intelligent ones didn't get inside their houses before I could lock the place up. So, take a look around here. Oh, right in my face. Hey, how's it going? Please don't do that again. We've got this really cool World Gen structure. Mojang doing some really cool stuff. Of course, they've got to have the coolest looking things, which makes sense, being the creators of the game and all. Now, as I recall, there's pretty much nothing to this area other than all the cool sandstone stuff. Smooth sandstone, chiseled sandstone, regular sandstone. But, again, as I know most of you are probably already familiar, down here, we've got some loot chests. But beware the stone pressure plate. He who touches the pressure plate shall live to regret it. Actually, he may not live at all, so please, please don't step on the stone pressure plate. How close am I? Getting there. Awesome. So what you want to do is either dig up the pressure plate or just dig the block out from under it and collect the goodies waiting for you underneath. So yes, if you're not careful, you'll get blown to Kingdom Come and have a bad day. Because there's enough TNT here, the chain reaction would actually blow you up, blow the chests up, and then blow the loot in the chests up. So all around a bad time. So let's see what we got. Woohoo! Noc'Craft page. Excellent. Bones. Bronze leggings. That, I think, should be a decent upgrade to the steel leggings we got on it right now. Some more gold. We'll go and pick this up. Probably should have brought an axe now that I have a canvas bag. Man, wish I'd thought of that earlier. Sorry, guys. I will try to carry some more useful tools in the future. I did bring a bed with me in case I wanted to sleep through the night, since Ninja is near his bed. Go ahead and put some of the goodies in here. No, I don't want to take this or this. And I don't want that, so we will drop that crap off. Sandstone. Books. Cool. What do we got here? Ooh, normal moon page. Awesome. Drop that off. And we will leave this one here because it's going to be the I don't want it chest. So more knowledge fragments. This is great. I think I'm getting close to 12 or 14 of them now, which is awesome. Ooh, 15 maybe. Bronze boots. Nice. Getting some upgrades to the armor. Definitely looking forward to that. And 2 more. And a replacement. Sweet. And yes, you can sort these as well, which is awesome. Okay, well, that's really all I wanted to show you guys for this desert. Lots of cool finds here, all sorts of goodies that, if we can survive and get back to base, we'll definitely be enjoying all this stuff. Some good things in the future. I guess one thing I can point out is thaumium. Thaumium is added by, as you have probably guessed, Noc'Craft. It is magical iron, for lack of a better description. And, again, being Noc'Craft, something we will get into when it is time to start that up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next area, probably sleep through the night, and meet you guys over there. So, see you guys in a few. Alright, everybody. I am back, and it turns out this is going to be a bit of a long episode, unless I cut some stuff out. So, hope you guys don't mind. Episode 4 is going to be a bit of a long one, I think. But we're going to go ahead and walk off to our next destination. And I believe there's still a little more left in that song, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it back in for us right about now. Alright, everybody. I decided to let it load in for a little bit there. But this is our next destination. This is World Gen from Red Power 2. Probably the most epic World Gen you will ever find. Hey, look, a free arrow. How weird. Added by Red Power 2, these are, if you couldn't tell, volcanoes. Hey, look, more arrows. Aw, poor Ninja. I have them all, thank you. Yes, Ninja has decided to move in here. I found this when I was out exploring. If you guys recall, there was a tiny little, just starting to poke out of the ocean volcano out near the community base. And Ninja was like, yeah, I'm going to live here. And then down at the bottom, he found people had already kind of strip mined out from under him, since it was so close to spawn. So I told him about this place, being the nice guy that I am, and he has now moved in and made the place look about 10 times more epic than it did when I first found it. So good job on that, Ninja. It's looking amazing. Anything you want to say about it while I'm here?
Good luck trying to get up here.
There is that. Now I see why you had so much trouble getting back up without flight. I don't know why it didn't occur to me that you were having trouble getting up because the lava was everywhere. Yeah, he did a bit of work here.
Getting down is easy. Check this out.
Ooh. Where are you at? Oh, is this your parkour down the stairs? Nice.
Ow.
It's a little damage at the end there. It's looking good. Now, one thing Ninja has told me is that he could use a little bit of advice on how to make this thing look like an epic evil cave-based tower, evil genius lair kind of thing.
Not so much genius, because it is me we're talking about.
Well, you know, kind of in that style. Here, let me guys show you on the map how big this volcano is. It's amazing looking, even on the mini-map. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas on how to make this look great, the only things I could come up with is maybe turn it into Mount Doom, and then build Sauron's tower right here or something. I have no idea. That was the first thing that came to mind, knowing how big this volcano was. And then a little goofy suggestion was to kind of hollow out the inside and actually create the river of lava. And for those of you familiar with what I'm referencing, you guys will know what I'm talking about. And, well, I just really wanted to show this off because it's mod related and it is amazing looking. And we definitely traveled far if you guys have been paying attention to the coordinates under the minimap. Now, I think the only thing left to show for this episode, as we definitely are in need of it before we can do anything else with our IC2 infrastructure. Thank you, chicken. And that is to head off to the swamp biome. So I don't think I've got enough of the song left to continue that walk, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that off screen. And I will see you guys when we get close. It's a bit of a walk, and it's actually, I think, in the opposite direction of where I came. It might even be that one over there. I'm not certain. So, hope you guys enjoyed the little tour. I guess the only other thing to mention is I did go ahead and I bought that glowstone crystals page from our Minecraft villager. Good stuff. Alright, so I will see you guys in just a few. Okay, everyone, we are finally here. We're finally at the last destination that I needed to find in my exploration the other night. Now, if you take a look at the coordinates under the minimap, you will see I have traveled nearly 1,800 meters. Yes, 1.8 kilometers in-game. Now, what could possibly be so important that I would need to travel so far to find? Well, a very, very important resource when it comes to industrial craft. Industrial craft is considered one of the original electricity mods, and when you think electricity, what's something you might think of? Give you guys some few guesses. For those of you who know the mod, I'm sure you know exactly why we're here. Well, the answer is insulation. And what is insulation? Rubber. Indeed. So we are here for an IC2 World Gen piece, the rubber tree. The only reason I came all the way out to a swamp is because this is the best place to come for rubber trees. They spawn in the greatest numbers and the highest density in a swamp. So if you can find yourself a swamp, get to it, because you will find the rubber trees that you are seeking if you're going to be doing IC2. Now, how will you know a rubber tree when you see it? Well, for one, it has the darker trunk. And let me go over to one that's not so obscured. If you're not using a texture pack, which technically this next piece doesn't matter, but the easiest way is to look at the top. They have these nice little 2 to 3, and I guess this one's even 4 block, stalk of leaves on top. And now the piece, if you aren't running a texture pack, this is actually the resin spot in my texture pack. On default vanilla textures, it's actually a little box, probably about the size of this little texture block on the log. It's about the same color orange, so it should be pretty easy to spot. Now, the ideal thing to do when you find a rubber tree is to go ahead and knock off all the leaves, because you really, really want the saplings. Now, some of you out there, I'm sure, are aware that swamps are not actually the only place to find rubber trees. They can spawn in just about any biome that does support trees, but they're a lot rarer. They're probably along the level of, say, the silverwood or greatwood trees from Noc'Craft in the world as they exist now. So swamps are definitely your best bet if you're going to want to go ahead and get rubber trees for yourself. Now, once we get back to base, I'm going to go ahead and plant some of these saplings myself, and I will show you guys what you do with these resin spots and how that all works. So I'm going to go ahead and try and get all these goodies back home. I'm going to chop down a few of these guys, and I will see you guys back there. Alright guys, back once more. Not back at the house. Pretty much got back, everything's safe. Nothing special going on. Dropped off all the good things. I even planted some of those rubber tree saplings and some of the other ones I had collected on my way back out there. But we are back at spawn. Just a couple changes to update you guys on. We've got some official farms going now, so we got some wheat, carrot, potatoes, and flax. They moved the tree farm onto the roof and started a community rubber tree farm back there. And to answer a question that some of you probably have, as someone I'm about to introduce you guys to had, is why, when there's a tree farm here, did we walk all the way out to the swamp? And quite simply, I wanted to show you guys the best place to find them for yourself, in case you guys didn't know and are looking for them yourselves in your own worlds. Anyway, a couple more people that weren't able to join us on the first day would be Avi, who you guys know from Borderlands 2, those of you who watched it. If you didn't, shame on you. Say hello, Avi.
Claire.
Indeed.
Oh, hi. Sorry, hi, hello.
And Keshin, a friend from work, who is a cool guy, builds way better than I do, and unfortunately just lost most of his stuff in the nether. Although, on the positive note, he didn't actually lose it. He put it in a chest and then got killed by a ghast, but now we've lost the chest, so kinda still lost. Anyway, let me introduce you. Here is Keshin. Say hello.
Hello.
And
Keshin.
here's Avi hiding in the corner. Behind.
I'm not here. I am not here.
Well, that's about all I wanted to get done in this episode. We got some new people on the server, finally, and we've got all the stuff set up. I know I wanted to get to something of the IC2 construction and infrastructure like I was talking about, but that will have to wait till next episode, as this one has run fairly long, I think. I hope you guys enjoyed the music. If you're curious about who it was, there should have been something as it was playing. There'll be something here at the end of the episode, and in the video description I'll link to the guy's Bandcamp page, and you can go check out the album yourself. There's some really good stuff on there. Anyway, this has been Nocturne. I wanted to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys again in the next episode. So, see you later.